Hello and welcome to Unsettled JD. Today is day 10 here at the Leatherback Trust Organization here in Costa Rica. So today we started off with the morning walk and we wake up at 5 a.m. The girls weren't back, so Olet and Irene were out last night and they weren't back on patrol. So me and Kayla took the truck down again to see if they were still here, and they were with a turtle. So this was the turtle that we had the other night on the patrol, so she came back again. Very late. So basically we just kind of take over for them so they can go. So she was doing the body pit still when we were there, and then she started to dig her hole. But the spot that she picked was on a rock. So Kayla tried to dig some more to get like the rock out of the way, to no luck. And then I don't know if she got scared, but then she decided to leave because it was about 5:30 in the morning. So the sun was coming up, so she left. So it was a false crawl, so she'll probably be back again tonight to lay those eggs. And then so we continued to the morning walk. So we clear any of the tracks that we see. So we had north. She was located in the north spot. And then we do that, and then we head back down south. And we found some turtle eggs. We didn't find turtle eggs. We found some of the baby footprints, lots of them. And I was with Kayla, so Kayla was like, "What one do you think?" And I was like, "The Beulahs," because the way the patterns were, they're very windy. And he's like, "Nope." And I'm like, "Well, I know they're not the green ones." And he's like, "So which left?" And I'm like, "Well, it's obviously the olive Ridley." So when he went to make the hole, we ended up finding two baby ones. So I sat with them, obviously to protect them, and they were so cute. So they're still all sandy and stuff. And Kayla went down south to finish up the morning walk, and he also found another spot as well of babies. So we basically put the babies on the notepad because obviously we don't want to touch them. And we went and got the pail, and we filled up the pail with some cold sand, and then bring them back, and we put a cloth over it so it's dark for them, so they'll sleep hopefully all day, and then we'll release them at night. So after morning walk we go back to camp, and then I take a nice little nap, and then wake up at basically 12 for food. And then in the afternoon we had an excavation. So this is the first Beulah or leatherback excavation. So it's like basically all hands on deck. So it was Karina, Irene, me, and Honey. And so we came down, we found the nest. It was already marked for us, so good people spotting those babies on the beach in the morning. So basically the nest was like really, really deep. So what did I do? So Karina and Irene basically dug the hole, and Henny and I just watched. So what they've been doing, because they know it's going to be a deep, deep, deep nest, we get some water and make the sand damp, so that way it doesn't cave in as much. So we counted 15 hatched eggs, 41 unhatched eggs, and because the leatherbacks have a very low successful rates, there was maggots like everywhere. So they're basically eating, they're all in the hatched eggs. So there's also a lot of little egg sacs as well. So what we ended up doing was once we've counted and there's no more eggs, we have to then open all of the unhatched eggs and see the developmental progress of them. The majority of them didn't develop. But we had I think around 6 that weren't, so we had some that were in various stages. So we had one that with like a little bit of like blood, so a little like baby, and then one was like a little baby, and it was still white. And we had various ones that were full turtles with their pigmentation, and they were just basically growing. And so the leatherbacks have a very low hatch success. We don't know why. I keep asking, and we don't know why. It doesn't matter if it's in the wild or in a hatchery. It seems to have the same success rates. So yeah, so basically once we are done with all the eggs and counting them, we put them all back into the hole and then cover it up. And then I stood on the beach all day, and yeah, so I sit on the beach all day, and then back for dinner at 6 o'clock because it's early patrol. So me and Kayla had the 8 to 12 patrol, and so we got to do the babies. So when we came down to the beach, we released the babies, and then some couple from Liberia came, and we basically were like, oh, you can't be on the beach because you know, it's turtles. The turtles are coming and we don't want you to disturb them. So they had asked me, so Kayla went to the north as I released the babies. And so I ended up just talking to them for a bit. And like I say, asked like a million questions about the turtles, like where they lay, like hatch, nest size and all of that. And the babies just did not want to go because the tide was going out. So took them a while to wake up. So basically for them to wake up, you just kind of rub their back and their head just a little bit to get them to wake up. The bigger one from this morning wasn't really moving, but then he just took off, and the little one who had the most energy actually took the longest to get to the water. Unfortunately I don't have any pictures because I can't take pictures at night. Yeah, and so that one took like an hour. So it took like an hour to release them. So hopefully they'll come back in however long it takes them to develop. Yeah, so then after that so Kayla also went south while I was doing it, and then we after they were released, he put the pail away, and then we went north. Took a rest, 40-minute rest. I exercised and did yoga, and we went back down south, and then I exercised and did core. So me and Kayla talked a little bit, so it was nice actually having someone to talk to. And then we went back north, and it was around 11:30 I think it was, and we found a turtle. So the turtle from this morning, she came back to lay eggs. So this was like the third night in a row, so hopefully she'll lay eggs. So basically we just sat down with the turtle and waited for the next crew at midnight to come. They actually came early, so she was digging the nest while they came in. We kind of like switched up, so we gave them the blankets and all of our gadgets. So day 10 was interesting. So we had the morning walk, we found the 2 babies, we did the excavation, and we found the baby Beulahs, obviously not alive because they're still in the egg case. And then we did the night walk, the night patrol, and we released the 2 babies, which took an hour, and we had the turtle from the previous 2 nights come back. Hopefully she lays eggs. So day 10, busy.